So if I can ask you each to introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit more about what you do.
So yeah, I'm Nicola Lazenby. I work here with BEIS. I'm part of the Science and Innovation for Climate and Energy Directorate. My role is the cross-cutting innovation lead, and on a day-to-day basis at the minute that's managing our Energy Entrepreneurs Fund Phase 7.
I'm Simon Hart from Innovate UK, Head of Construction. I look after the Transforming Construction ISCF programme.
I'm Melina Haddad. I'm Innovation Policy Manager at Switchy. Switchy is a smart thermostat specifically designed for social housing, for large social landlords. We've got thousands of units installed across the UK. We're ultimately capturing data from the hardware to then analyze it and display it into our large data analytics dashboard. And so our aim is two things: saving the residents and the landlords money. We're helping residents to consume less energy and deriving insights from the data to make the homes more energy efficient in the UK.
So to start off with, let's talk about the work that you guys are going to be bringing to Futurebuild. Tell me a bit more about the involvement of BEIS and Innovate UK.
Yeah, so we're bringing the Innovation Hub to Futurebuild, and that'll be a series of different parts to the hub. We have the seminar series, which will showcase a lot of the research and innovation that the department's doing. Next up, we've got the likes of L9 companies that have received BEIS and Innovate UK funding coming along to showcase what innovation they've developed in their enterprises. And finally, we'll have a mixture of business bar and family networking area. So this is an area where you can go network with various different people who've been speaking, received BEIS funding, Innovate UK funding, and really get to know the programmes that's being talked about. We also have the business bar, and in that business bar is where anyone who's got an idea about an invention, enterprise, innovation, anything can come along and get some one-to-one support from business experts in how to take their idea to the next level.
And to you, Simon.
So I think the Innovation Zone is going to be a great place for businesses to come and find out about what sort of support is on offer, both from BEIS and from Innovate UK, and also to come and see businesses that have benefited from that funding before, come and talk to them about their experience of receiving funding. So I think it'd be a good place to come and visit if you are interested in funding from government or if you've never received it before, but also to come and see some of the wide range of different interventions and challenges and changes that are happening in the industry.
And obviously this is where you come in. This is something that you've benefited from in the past and currently. Talk us a little bit more about that involvement that you've had with BEIS and Innovate UK.
Yeah, so we actually received 3 different grants, 2 from Innovate UK, so the Energy Catalyst and then the Emerging and Enabling Technologies Fund. And more recently, we've been involved in the Thermal Efficiency Innovation Fund from BEIS. So these 3 have been really instrumental for us because we're a small company with limited resources, and it's really allowed us to transform our product from the early prototype phase to the current version that's now rolled out in thousands of homes in the UK. And it's also allowed us to do trials. So a lot of the partners that we did the trials with are now our customers. And so for us, it's not just that, but also the network of people that we met, the support, and then all the package that comes with it. It's just been really, really helpful to grow our business.
How instrumental has this funding been in kind of developing your business?
For us, as I said, it's been super instrumental. Like, we've been able to acquire the right talent for us through the funding. We're able to really drive our R&D, have allocated budgets for it, and really focus on it and have like no cuts in between, because without that funding, we wouldn't have been able to get to the point we are today. And then also, just as a whole, our company in the past 2 years has really grown significantly, and that's in part thanks to the funding. So we're really, it's really an exceptional opportunity to be able to receive that funding.
This is a fantastic opportunity, bringing you all together at an event. Who are you hoping comes along to find out more about what's going on?
Everybody. I think our audience together is probably ranging from everyone in industry to academia to the general public and everything in between. We've got people who will come and find out more about our research elements. We've got more innovators, inventors that might be coming to find out about funding and the general kind of ethos of what BEIS and Innovate UK do. And you've got just people who want to find out what government and BEIS are doing themselves and just a bit interested.
Why did you make the decision to bring this to Futurebuild? What is it about the event that really kind of resonates? Simon, to you.
I think Futurebuild is a great opportunity because of the timing. It's the first big event of the year, and it's often one of the largest in the calendar for the built environment. We've attended the event for many years, and it has always been consistently a great place to go and meet the innovative people within the industry and to see the changes that are happening within the structure of the industry.
And how do you feel about being part of that as well, bringing along the businesses, so it's not just about the funding, it's the people that are benefiting as well?
I think we're really excited as a company to take part in the Innovation Zone and also just the conference as a whole. Like it's a great opportunity to network, to meet a lot of like inspiring people, companies that are doing innovative things at the moment, but also to share our experiences, be able to like put forward like what we've been able to achieve and talk about like the growth we've had through the funding, and also just encourage more people to take part in this wider strategy.
So this is going to be a great opportunity for people to come together and network. Who are you hoping comes along to see what's going on at Futurebuild?
I think the work that we're doing is quite diverse and it appeals to pretty much everybody. You've got people in industry who will be coming along to find out what the latest innovation is, what the latest thinking is, the new policy areas and things like that. You also have inventors who will be coming along to see where they can take their idea to the next level. You get also industry coming along to see what other companies it can maybe partner with and network with, and really just sort of get an idea of what's going on in government.
And so really, Simon, it's about bringing together people, no matter what size of industry we're talking about. It could be any innovators that we want to come along. Is that the case?
That's right, and also we hope to be able to help with collaborations between industries and between companies. It's always exciting at the event to meet a company, particularly SMEs, who have never actually received funding from us before, or maybe never even considered the option of receiving some R&D funding from government. So I think that's a great opportunity to be able to come and to speak to those interested people as well.
And you're in quite a unique position, being somebody that's benefited from this funding. What would you say to those people that are maybe thinking, oh, should I come along? Is this for me?
I think definitely come along. It's always good to learn something new, whether you're just interested or you have an idea, like Stephen said, that you can benefit from meeting other people. But also there's so many opportunities. Like Nicola said, there are a lot of different funds that are available, and it's just about really finding the right one with the right scope, meeting what you're trying to achieve, and I'm sure there'll be a positive outcome.
And there might be people that have reservations, they might be concerned about how difficult it might be to apply for funding, it might be complicated. What's your experience? How have you found it?
So from my experience, it's been very straightforward and easy to apply. There's a lot of information online, and BEIS and Innovate UK often also do a day event in advance, so where you can ask questions and hear more about the process and anything, and you also have you can just propose some things if you're not in agreement with. So it's a very open conversation, and throughout the whole process of when you get the grant, there are always people on hand to help you, and it's very easy to get help and support. So it's very nice.
Is that something that you're hoping to communicate while you're at Futurebuild, just how straightforward a process this is?
Yeah, I think applying for government funding can sometimes be quite daunting and quite scary. Maybe if you're a new company that hasn't really engaged with any grant funding before. But my advice would be that it's very easy and very sort of approachable, and we're a friendly bunch. Just get in touch. We're always happy to help out and guide people where we can.
And Simon, is it about collaborating with those people? It's just not a one-step process, it's staying through that process with them.
Absolutely, and in fact, I think the opportunities on our stand at the event will be not just through the seminar sessions, but also through the business bar, to come and meet some of the people who are actually involved in the process of putting together those competitions for funding. So you can really learn what we're looking for and what will make a good application and a good project to potentially receive funding.
And when we talk about the funding, what kind of funding could people maybe find out a bit more about at Futurebuild?
So we are going to be talking about our Transforming Construction ISCF programme. So that's the Industrial Strategy Challenge Fund. It's a £170 million programme, and it's going to be delivering R&D competitions, collaboration competitions, as well as core centres of excellence that the industry can work with. So we really want to push that message out to invite people to come and collaborate with those organisations and those centres.
So what kind of people do you think might like to come and find out a bit more about that?
I think we're keen to hear from off-sites and modular manufacturing companies, potentially even companies in the built environment or from the manufacturing environment who want to get involved in the built environment. We're looking to see that off-site construction is a really key trajectory for the industry, and we're hoping to support that as best as possible.
So there's an awful lot that goes on at Futurebuild. What would be your message to someone who's coming along for the day to come and visit you guys? I'll ask you each in turn.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'd really read through the seminar programme. We've got a lot going on, and there's a lot of different things. I think there's a lot on buildings, a lot on innovation, there's a bit on policy. So really have a look and maybe go to a session you never thought you would go to and just find out a bit more about something you didn't know existed.
Simon?
I'd say definitely come and meet some of the companies that have been funded already. We've got the innovation pods where you can come and talk to organisations that received our funding. Come and talk to them. Come and see the diverse range of projects, of products, and of companies that are formed to put those ideas together.
Do you think people will be surprised by the diversity of the different things?
Definitely.
And why would you say to somebody to come along?
Well, I think it's hard to add more things to what you said, but basically, if you're someone that's curious and you want to know what's going on, I mean, it's a really great opportunity to just learn more and go to all the talks and just see what our government is doing, because honestly, like if you go to other conferences abroad, and especially in the EU, I think the UK is really we're quite lucky, like they're really driving this forward, and especially for the clean growth strategy. And there's it's a really good environment to be innovative and to come up with ideas that are going to be actually driven somewhere. So
I think the business bar could be quite useful to anyone who's got an idea. It's a free opportunity to get some one-to-one advice on your idea from some leading industry experts in this field. So yeah, be sure to get a slot if you can.
So for people coming along to visit you at Futurebuild, when we're talking about funding and competitions, what can they find out a bit more about?
Yeah, so BEIS has currently got 2 competitions live. First one being the large-scale energy storage, and second one being the flexible energy exchanges. So come along and you can meet the people who are delivering those programmes.
And Simon?
So we're going to be talking about the Transforming Construction ISCF funding programmes. We're going to be launching some of those programmes later this year, and we're funding both research and development and demonstration in the field of transforming construction.
I think it's safe to say if you look on the gov.uk website, you'll find out about both of the funding opportunities we've got.
And a fantastic seminar programme as well. What can people expect?
So there's one day that's mainly targeting around innovation, another day that's more on buildings, and then there's a bit of a day that's a bit of a hodgepodge of other things that's just really interesting to come find out about. So we've got the Accelerating Innovation session, which is some of our business experts who present at the business bar, who are going to come along and give a bit of an overview of the toolkits and services that their different organisations can give to innovators and find out more about that. And then another key one that I'm really looking forward to is a research project that I've been working on for the last couple of years. It's going to be showcasing itself, so Build 2050. It's all about low carbon housing, find out how that's been delivered and meet the people that's sort of going out there and doing the research.
So you can come and find out about all of the Industrial Strategy Challenge Fund programmes that are related to the built environment, so profiting from the energy revolution and transforming construction. So we're going to talk about all of those programmes and how to get involved. And we're also going to be talking about some of the centres of excellence that have been established to support the industry and how you can come and find out more about those as well.
I think we've also got a session on hydrogen and some stuff on our smart programmes. So yeah, there's a real mix of different audience sort of things.